Imagine this. The universe is a vast cosmic playground, and somewhere out there, alien civilizations are playing a giant game of hide and seek. They're really good at it too. They've had eons to perfect their hiding skills. Maybe they're peeking at us from behind distant stars, giggling at our attempts to find them. Or maybe they haven't even noticed us yet, too busy building interstellar spaceships or debating the finer points of quantum physics. Whatever they're doing, one thing's for sure. We humans are terrible at this game. We're like the kid who's still looking under the welcome mat while everyone else is off having space ice cream. But hey, we're new to this whole exploring the universe thing. We've only just begun to scratch the surface. We've only just started looking up and wondering who else might be out there. Our curiosity is just beginning to unfold. And let's be honest, the universe is a pretty big place to hide. It's like trying to find a needle in a cosmic haystack. So how do we even begin to search for something that might not want to be found? The challenge is immense, but so is our determination. Well, the first step is to understand just how big our cosmic playground really is. It's a journey of discovery, one star at a time. Let's talk about the Milky Way, our cosmic neighborhood. It's our home galaxy, a swirling spiral of stars, gas and dust, so vast it makes your head spin. Stretching over 100,000 light-years across, it's a colossal structure. And here's a fun fact. There are more stars in the Milky Way than there are grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. Imagine every grain of sand representing a star, and you'll start to grasp the enormity. That's a lot of stars. Billions, in fact. Now imagine that even a tiny fraction of those stars have planets orbiting them. These are known as exoplanets, and we've already discovered thousands. And imagine that a tiny fraction of those planets are just the right distance from their stars to have liquid water, the kind of place where life as we know it could exist. These are called habitable zones, or the Goldilocks zones. Suddenly, the idea of finding other life in the universe doesn't seem so far-fetched, does it? With so many potential homes for life, the possibilities are endless. But hold on, it gets even more mind-boggling. Our Milky Way is just one galaxy. The Milky Way is just one galaxy among billions upon billions of other galaxies in the observable universe. Each of these galaxies contains millions or even billions of stars. So, yeah, the odds of us being alone out here are pretty slim. The universe is teeming with possibilities, and we are just beginning to explore them. Back in 1961, a cool cat named Frank Drake came up with a way to think about the odds of finding intelligent alien life. He was a pioneer in the field of astronomy and had a knack for thinking outside the box. It's called the Drake equation, and it's basically a recipe with a bunch of ingredients we don't know the exact measurements for. Imagine trying to cook a dish without knowing the exact quantities of each ingredient. Kind of like trying to bake a cake with a pinch of this and a dash of that. You have a general idea, but the specifics are a bit fuzzy. Here's the gist. The equation takes into account things like the rate of star formation, which is how often new stars are born in the galaxy. The fraction of stars with planets, which is crucial because no planets mean no potential homes for life. The number of those planets that could support life, and so on. This includes planets that are in the habitable zone, where conditions might be just right for life to exist. The problem is, we're still figuring out most of these variables. Each discovery brings us a bit closer, but there's still a lot we don't know. It's like trying to solve a cosmic Sudoku puzzle with half the numbers missing. You can make some educated guesses, but the full picture remains elusive. But here's the fun part. Even with all the unknowns, the Drake equation suggests there could be dozens, maybe even hundreds of intelligent civilizations out there right now in our galaxy alone. It's a tantalizing thought that keeps scientists searching. That's a lot of potential pen pals. Imagine the possibilities of communicating with beings from another world. The quest continues, and who knows what we might discover next. So, how do we go from guessing about aliens to actually finding them, or at least evidence of them? Well, the first step is finding planets around other stars, those we call exoplanets. And guess what? We're getting pretty darn good at it. Scientists have discovered thousands of exoplanets using all sorts of clever techniques. Some of these planets are gas giants like Jupiter. way too big and gassy for life as we know it. But others are rocky planets like Earth, orbiting their stars in the habitable zone, also known as the Goldilocks zone. That's the sweet spot where the temperature is just right for liquid water to exist on the surface. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right for life to potentially evolve. The search for exoplanets is like a cosmic treasure hunt, and every new discovery brings us one step closer to answering the big question: are we alone? Imagining aliens from little green men to sentient slime molds. When we think about aliens, it's easy to picture little green men with big heads and glowing fingers. But the truth is, alien life could take on an incredible diversity of forms. We're talking life forms so bizarre and mind-blowing, they'd make a Salvador Dali painting look like a children's book. Imagine creatures that breathe methane instead of oxygen, or thrive in the crushing pressure of a gas giant's atmosphere. Picture sentient plants communicating through bioluminescence, or silicon-based life forms that can withstand temperatures that would melt your face off. The possibilities are as limitless as the universe itself. Who knows? Maybe the real aliens are even stranger than anything we can imagine. Is anyone out there? Listening? For decades, scientists involved in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, have been scanning the skies for radio signals from other civilizations. They're basically listening for a cosmic hello. But so far, it's been pretty quiet out there. Now, don't get discouraged. The universe is a big place, and our efforts to listen for alien signals are still relatively new. It's like dipping a cup into the ocean and concluding there are no fish. We've barely scratched the surface. Plus, who's to say aliens communicate using radio waves? Maybe they're sending messages through lasers, gravity waves, or some other technology we haven't even dreamed of yet. Or maybe they're just not that into talking. Hey, we've all been there. Section 7. Robots on a roll exploring Mars and beyond. While SETI listens for signals from afar, robotic explorers are our boots, or should I say, wheels, on the ground in the search for life beyond Earth. And when it comes to potentially habitable worlds in our solar system, Mars is at the top of the list. We've got rovers rolling around on Mars right now, snapping photos, drilling into rocks, and analysing the Martian soil for signs of past or present life. And let's not forget about those intriguing methane plumes on Mars. Could they be signs of microbial life? We're not sure yet, but it's definitely worth investigating. But Mars isn't the only game in town. Icy moons like Europa, orbiting Jupiter, and Enceladus, orbiting Saturn, are hiding vast oceans of liquid water beneath their frozen surfaces. These hidden oceans could be teeming with life, and we're sending missions to find out. UFOs, misidentified, misunderstood, or just plain missing? Okay, let's address the elephant-shaped UFO in the room. People have been spotting strange objects in the sky for centuries, attributing them to everything from weather balloons to secret government projects to, you guessed it, aliens. Here's the thing, just because someone sees something in the sky they can't identify doesn't mean it's aliens. Our brains are wired to find patterns even where none exist. We see a fuzzy light in the distance and our imaginations run wild. That said, the vast majority of UFO sightings can be explained as ordinary objects or phenomena. But there are a few cases that remain unexplained, leaving the door open to all sorts of tantalizing possibilities. So, are UFOs real? Maybe. Are they alien spacecraft? The jury's still out on that one. The Fermi Paradox. Where are all the cosmic tourists? Here's a head-scratcher. If the universe is so big and old, and the odds of intelligent life evolving elsewhere are so high, then where is everybody? This is the crux of the Fermi Paradox, named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously posed the question, where is everybody? There are a lot of possible solutions to this paradox. Maybe interstellar travel is just really, really hard, or maybe alien civilizations tend to destroy themselves before they can reach out to others. We humans can certainly relate to that one. Or maybe, just maybe, we're the first ones to reach this level of technological advancement in our cosmic neighborhood. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? Section 11. A universe of wonder, the journey continues. We live in an age of incredible discovery. We're finding new planets around other stars, exploring the surface of Mars and listening for whispers of alien civilizations. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and we're just getting started. Who knows what amazing discoveries await us in the coming decades and centuries? Perhaps we'll find evidence of microbial life on Mars, or detect a faint signal from an alien civilization light years away. Or maybe we'll stumble upon something even more extraordinary, something that challenges our understanding of life itself. One thing is certain, the journey of exploration is just beginning, and the universe, with all its wonders and possibilities, is waiting to be explored.